It's Sofia Franklyn. You are listening to Sofia with an F, and the F is for phenomenal. This episode is brought to you by David's Bridal. From bridal and bridesmaids to wedding guest and prom looks, David's Bridal is here for it all. Book your free appointment, stop by in store, or shop online at davidsbridal.com. Hi, welcome to Sofia with an F. We are starting VLOGMAS, which I'm very excited about. I'm wearing my PJs. They are red and they're not flannel, but they're like the comfiest PJs ever. And this is not an ad. They have little reindeer on them and it's a matching set, long sleeve and pants. And I wish that my mom trained me when I was a little kid to like to sleep in long sleeves and long pants. I can't. For some reason, the only way I feel comfortable to go to sleep is if one of these is short sleeved. So like I could do a pant with a short sleeve top or a long sleeve top with a short. I'm going to try to train myself this year. And by train myself, I'm going to take a sleeping aid and therefore I will probably fall asleep in whatever I'm wearing. I'm also drinking a coffee, which seems a bit crazy to be doing this hour because it's already dark out. But I still have Allie staying with me and she is so domesticated and cute, and she put like she topped it off with whipping cream. So I'm full blown in the holiday spirit. It's not time for Hanukkah yet, but when it is, you best believe I will have a menorah. And for right now, I'm going to decorate this little mini tree that Soph just dragged in here. And I really, really wanted to get a real tree. And then I remembered that I'm leaving for 2 weeks. And so that doesn't really make sense. I'm going to be out of the country. And so I won't be able to tend to a real Christmas tree, which, do you have to water a Christmas tree? That is a for serious question. Okay, right. So I wouldn't be here to water it. So, you know what? We're doing a fake tree that did come with some lights in it, which is okay because we're going to add a little Sofia spin to it with our ornaments, which I'm very excited about. Should we start decorating the tree, ladies and gentlemen? I need to tell you guys about the first ornament that's going on here, and then I'm going to give you guys like a life update. When I was on Amazon looking for Christmas ornaments, I stumbled upon these gnomes. And this ornament is literally just a big Christmas hat, a beard, and then like a little nose poking outside from under the hat. No eyes, no mouth, just gnome energy. And let's christen this tree with this cute freaking gnome. I feel like he looks good here. Yes. This guy's hanging a little low for my liking, but you know what? That's when we just do a double wrap. Similar to a condom. You just double wrap if needed. And now there he is. He looks like freaking so cute right there. I am leaving to Europe and I'm going for 2 weeks, and per usual it feels irresponsible, but I spoke to my therapist about it earlier today, very, very Vlogmas of me, and was telling her about my trip and how I'm like, obviously I'm going to be working while I'm there, but I just feel like now is not the time to be leaving. And she stopped me and said, if you put parameters around your trip and, you know, you get the work done, then it really doesn't matter where you're at. So I feel a little bit better about it. I just, you know, need to like carve in time to work, or else I'm going to get just completely bulldozed by my family and feeling like I need to show them around Europe. You know what I mean? But this trip is going to be different. And also, it probably is semi-important that my family meets my fiance's family. I think that is also a very important thing to do, considering I'm planning a wedding. I don't have my ring on. I know no one was able to identify me at the start of this without the ring, but it's in good hands. I just had to get it resized. Our families have never met. So my mom has not met his mom. My brother has not met any of his brothers and sisters. And we're all coming together for this beautiful holiday trip. And it's for the first time ever, I'm like, everyone is going to get along really, really well. Not that there's ever been an issue. My family's like very low key and chill, but just, you know, it's like it's a lot of personalities, but it's a perfect match. I also have these little mini ornaments that I bought off Amazon, and I straight up typed miniature ornaments in the search bar, and they're just like this variety. I got snowflakes here. I have little mini Christmas trees. I have bells. I have Santa Claus. I have, what is this, a little house? Okay, let's throw a little house on there. A bear, a rubber duck. Nothing's, that's cute. This one might not go on the tree. I might just sleep with him tonight. He's way too cute to just be putting on the tree. I want this tree to come out like a Kris Jenner Christmas tree. So I need to make sure that, no, the rubber duck cannot be put at the bottom of the tree. You know, like you should place the ornaments you really love front and center, and I want to say that this guy is that, and he deserves to be here. What I'm quickly realizing is I don't know if I have a star for the top of my tree, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Maybe I'll paper mache a straw before my flight tomorrow and before packing. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do some do it yourself Pinterest Christmas crafts before I really dive into that whole thing. I'm gonna put this snowflake here. I think in order to make this a Kris Jenner Christmas tree, we need to add different sized ornaments and different to kind of give it dimension. You know what I mean? Like that is what I think is key in decorating a tree. And I believe, I don't know what ornaments my assistant Soph is surprising me with, but I have those too. And I kind of want to open one just to see what we're working with. I also did tell Soph, I said, if I hate these, they might not make it on the tree, because I mean business. I mean business. All right, let's see what this first one is that Soph got. Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up and cry. Guys, this might not scream Christmas to you, but it's about to. Soph got me a Dolphin Christmas ornament, which, fun little story, when I was in pre-K and I was going to Montessori school, all the kids, ooh, this is a heavy guy. This is a nice ornament. This is not your run-of-the-mill $5.50 ornament for 24 of them off Amazon. This is like that good shit. So it's going to need to kind of go on a sturdier branch. Okay. It literally could not live in a better place. When I was in pre-K, we were going around the classroom telling the parents, because it was bring your parent to school day. We were going around and each saying what we wanted to be when we were older. And according to my mom, I followed a long line of kids saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a fireman. And I came out of the fucking woodwork saying, I want to be a dolphin. And she said that people found it to be very funny, but she was very embarrassed and was like, what kind of parenting is this? What is this giving off in terms of my parenting skills? I think it just meant, you know, my mom let me dream and dream big. That's really cute, Soph. And it made it on the tree. Okay, I definitely want to put... Soph is also in the room with me right now, and she's sweating bullets. This looks like shit. What do you do? Like, do you just, yeah. Oh my God, look how much better it looks now. And also, are you supposed to place the ornaments like deeper in the tree? You got to mix it up, right? Okay. Yeah, I think that looks good. Probably the mini ones should be more front and center. Right now, I'm putting on this snowman. I guess you could say his name's Frosty. I feel safe saying that. This is Frosty the snowman. Okay, and he's really cute, but the rubber duck is the cutest. And we're gonna add another freaking gnome. I love the holidays. I'm trying to think if I have any really incredible memories around Christmas, which like I should. I can't really think of any, but what I can think of is, this is more a Thanksgiving thing. Does this look like I'm trying to make the gnome the star? Because he is not the star. But I do want to put him like, ooh, he looks good right here. You know, we can't start curating when we don't even know what this tree is supposed to be. So everyone who's trying to rush this Christmas tree just needs to stop. Cyber Monday just got smarter with Pura. Get 30% off curated sets and upgrade your home with app-controlled fragrance that looks as good as it smells. Choose from hundreds of premium scents and diffusers. Mix and match your favorites and set custom schedules right from your phone with smart control. And premium design, Pura makes every space feel elevated, but hurry. These savings won't last long. Shop Pura.com now. Your home deserves it, and this deal ends soon. You know when you're trying to take better care of yourself, but it feels like an entire second job? That was me. Reading labels, mixing powders, forgetting pills, blah, blah, blah. It was overwhelming until I found Symbiotica. Now I just grab a few pouches from the fridge and I'm good to go. My current MVP, the liposomal vitamin C. It's a citrus vanilla flavor and it's helped with everything from my immunity all the way to my skin looking brighter and dewier and overall better. I also swear by the Shilajit liquid complex. It tastes really, really good. It's hazelnut cacao and gives me this calm, steady energy without the jitters. It's like a full body tune-up in a pouch. And all of this is necessary with the amount of travel I'm doing and being in the hot sun and not drinking water. Vitamins and supplements are my lifesaver, specifically Symbiotica. Symbiotica makes it so easy to stay consistent, and when you feel better, everything gets easier. Go to Symbiotica.com/Sofia for 20% off plus free shipping. That's Symbiotica.com/Sofia for 20% off plus free shipping. I also love Thanksgiving. And I promised my future mother-in-law, that's freaking crazy to say, a dish. And she asked me what I was going to make. And I don't even know if I responded because I got way too sidetracked and busy. But I should probably figure that out real quick. I think I should do a green bean casserole. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Ooh, this is like I'm going to say this is Mrs. Claus's outfit. And it's not on her because she's just a little bit promiscuous like that. But once she finds it on the tree, she will be dressed. What I do have a vivid memory of for Thanksgiving is the very first Gossip Girl Thanksgiving. And guys, I've been rewatching Gossip Girl, and I'm in the middle of like the episode that they start doing flashbacks because they're like reminiscing on their holidays the previous year. And Serena Vanderwoodson is hammered drunk. And I love it because all of a sudden it just like cuts to sepia filter. And it's like, they're like walking around New York and she almost gets hit by a car. And then this is the scene, you guys, that I'm like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. They're at Blair's. Serena is blackout drunk. And Blair is fully dating Nate Archibald, who I forgot how fucking hot that guy is. Oh my God. His face, like face and body of a god. And I thought I was more of a Chuck Bass girl until I started rewatching it. And I was like, that was all a bunch of bullshit. And I take it back. A candy cane, a little mini candy cane. I also hate when a Christmas tree just looks like bare. So I think I'm going to have to buy a few more of these little Amazon guys. It's her, Blair, Blair's gay dad who's about to leave and move to Europe with his lover. And Serena I guess, needs to get in the shower so that her parents don't know that she's been drinking all day. And Blair is like, really wants to help her dad because she loves her dad, which I don't know what that looks like until I watched this Gossip Girl episode. And okay. So I'm like getting it, guys, do not decorate a tree and podcast, okay? Because I should be giving this my undivided attention right now, and I don't know if it's getting that. So Blair decides that she would rather help her dad finish making their Thanksgiving meal and is like, oh my God, Nate, can you just go give Serena a shower? Oh, yeah, just have your boyfriend give your best friend the shower, which is honestly fucked up to the best friend to be like, I know we all grew up together, but like we're so close, the three of us, that like Nate can just shower you.
Can't stand up. I'm like, don't shower at all.
Also, Serena just almost got hit by a car. I think a shower is the last thing she should be doing. Maybe like, a nap. Nate can go put her in bed to take a nap, but there's no reason she should be taking a shower. And there's definitely no reason that you should have your boyfriend give your best friend a shower. Really, ever. Doesn't matter if it's Thanksgiving. I just, sometimes when I'm rewatching that show, I'm like, and we all thought that was just normal. Anyways, he goes to give Serena a shower. I think it's like, really, he's supposed to make her a bath, which is more detrimental. Do not put a belligerently drunk person who can't stand up straight in a bath. That I know, factually. That is a no-go. So anyways, he goes to give Serena a fucking bath, and then Serena, because she's so fun and cute, and just like that bitch takes the shower head and starts spraying him with it, and then Blair walks in on that, and then it's just like a cutesy moment, and they all start spraying each other with the shower head. But the whole thing was irresponsible, and the whole thing, there's just certain things in that show where I'm like, we all just were out here thinking it was normal to send your boyfriend to fucking shower your best friend. I have definitely gotten intoxicated and very, very drunk during a Thanksgiving meal. That I can say. Because it's like you start cooking in the morning. Guys, I'm also unwrapping this next. Oh, Soph doesn't miss. Soph doesn't miss. I didn't even think. I told her verbatim. No way does this also say, you guys, this ornament, I'm going to throw up. And I need to send my fiance a picture of it right now. It's a bride and groom. And there's like this little heart. And the groom is wearing a red bedazzled bow tie. And the bride has a little red bow in her hair. And it says Italy 2026 at the bottom. I'm sorry, did you like get this pre-made?
No, at the place, I thought it was like...
That's
something.
so...
I thought they just came blank, and then when I went to check out, he was like, no, just take it over there, and they'll write on it.
Stop. Okay, so Soph actually might know a thing or two about the goddamn holidays. This is the cutest ornament on the planet. And this ornament needs to be front and center. I'm also remembering something that I think my mom taught me. This is a heavy guy, so you know what? We need to put him on like, oh yeah, here. My mom always taught me to do the big ornaments first, and then you plug in the smaller ones to fill in the gaps. And you know what? I totally forgot about that. And this needs a little double wrap. This is really freaking cute. So remember when I said I think that these ornaments won't make it on my Kris Jenner Christmas tree? They're making it on the tree. Okay. And it can just be like this. No, it was perfect. Don't.
Yeah, that's great.
Boom. Oh, cute. Okay, that is really cute. My Christmas trees, and I'm really sad to say this, I haven't decorated. My mom, the day after Thanksgiving, we put up the tree and decorate it. And it takes my mom 4 hours to get Lucas and I to rally and even help her with 1 second with the tree. And it always goes like this. We wake up the day after Thanksgiving. I mosey on over to the fridge. I make myself a little leftover Thanksgiving sandwich using like a Hawaiian bread roll. Then I will probably have like a hot chocolate or something. And then my brother will wake up 5 hours later around 1 or 2 p.m. And then he'll repeat what I just did. And then my mom will say, guys, go down to the storage in the basement, get the tree, get it up here. The tree is huge, right? We're dealing with a house in Utah, which is a larger house and a big tree. And it takes Lucas and I, first Lucas will be like, I just woke up. So then he won't grab it. And then it really takes us like probably 3 to 4 hours of my mom being like, are you guys serious? Go get the stuff for the tree. And then finally we will have brought up the bins that have all the different parts of the tree. Then Lucas needs to be the man of the house and like place the middle of the tree on top of the bottom of the tree and so on and so forth. And then it's nighttime. My mom is like, okay, let's start putting ornaments. And by that time, Lucas and I are usually like this is crazy and way too much work. And then my mom has to do it, which I won't be there for probably the decorating of the tree this year. But if I could go back in time, I wouldn't do that. Those moments should be cherished. I want to open.
The worst one.
This is the worst one? Well, you've been all hits, no misses. What was I going to say? Also, our tree has, for the last 5 years, been leaning. This is so cute. It's a pink macaroon. And a gorgeous macaroon at that, and big. And you know I love a blob. I love a circle shape and a blob shape. And what would this tree be without this macaroon? Look at it. This macaroon was made to be on this tree. And with the whole dimension thing, this needs to go right here. And you know what? We're going to do one of these. And then we're going to go. Ooh, what if I do a little crisscross applesauce to get that extra? Okay, well, you know what? We need to place it farther in.
Shove it back,
Yeah. Oh, I lost an ornament.
I felt like the significance was one, you like cute stuff, but also that part of your love story is kind of related to Paris.
Yeah. Where it all started, Paris. You guys, the whole love story between my fiance and I, you know what, we'll play with that. Originated, yes, here in New York, but really our first, like, let's see if we are a match, was in Paris. So kind of is really fucking good at gifts, just period. And she killed it. So these ornaments were all hits, no misses. Also, that pink one just belongs there. Just from an aesthetic viewpoint, the macaroon is adding the dimension that we need. What is this? You guys, this is trying to be a present or a bell pepper or an apple. What is that supposed to be a present? I really would like to know. Let's be real. Navigating healthcare can feel like learning a new language. Between the fine print, the phone calls, and the endless questions about what's covered, it's no wonder so many people delay getting the care they want. That's where Ro steps in. Ro makes it simple to see what your insurance actually covers with their free insurance checker. All you do is submit your insurance card and Ro takes care of the rest. No paperwork, no waiting on hold, no hassle. In fact, nearly half of all Ro members have insurance coverage for GLP-1s. And once you get your results, Ro will send you a clear, comprehensive report so you can feel confident about your next step if you decide to move forward. Ro is with you the whole way. You'll have access to your provider on demand for questions and support, not just at the beginning, but throughout your journey. Join the over 500,000 people who have already trusted Ro to check their coverage for free. Go to ro.co/Sofia for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/Sofia to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. You know I've got friends, family, and my fiance in different area codes. And when I say area codes, I mean all across the world. I pretty much spend most of my time traveling while attempting to work, emphasis on attempting. Finding Wi-Fi is always the biggest nightmare. But this wouldn't happen if I had packed the internet with Airlo. Here's the thing. Your phone probably already supports eSIMs, and that's where Airlo comes in. You just download the Airlo app before your trip, choose your destination eSIM. You can pick the plan length and data amount, install it, and boom, you are connected the moment you land. It really is that easy. No more outrageous roaming fees, no sketchy airport kiosks, no hunting for public Wi-Fi that barely works. You just pay for the data you need and you can top up anytime. Stream your playlist, scroll, text, navigate, and video call home without watching your phone bill explode. Airlo works in over 200 destinations and is trusted by more than 20 million travelers. I just wish I'd known about them sooner. So do what I do. If you have an international trip coming up, download the Airlo app now or visit airlo.com. That's AIRALO.com and use code Sofia for 15% off your first eSIM. Terms apply. Sloots, you have been with me every step of the way. And now that I'm in my bridal era, I am so excited to introduce you to the other man in my life, David. In partnership with David's Bridal, you guys will all get the scoop on all the trials and celebrations that wedding planning brings. The fact of the matter is that brides this day and age, they're not just buying one dress, okay? We are buying 8 minimum. The rehearsal dinner, the ceremony, the reception, the day after the reception, the engagement party, the bridal shower, the bachelorette, the honeymoon, obviously. I probably won't want to wear black to that one, but that's just me. I need dresses and I need convenience and I need style and I need, dare I say it, a LWD, a little white dress. I've been perusing davidsbridal.com because newsflash, David's is cute now. They have every vibe, soft glam, old money, Cinderella drama, pantsuit, anything you can think of. And I use their 8 dress edit tab endlessly. David's Bridal has been dressing brides for over 75 years, and 1 in 3 wedding dresses in the US are sold by David's Bridal. So book your free appointment, stop by in store, or shop online at davidsbridal.com. Okay. You guys, I need to take a break from the tree, and I was not planning on doing this, but I already have a Christmas present. This is from Skims. And if you are not watching this on YouTube, I highly recommend you do, because I have never seen or received a package, let alone a Christmas present, in this cute of a bag. The bag is jumbo size. It's as big as my body. And I was like, we cannot kick off this Vlogmas without opening this. Because, I mean, it's just, in the spirit of the Kris Jenner Christmas tree, let's keep it in the goddamn family. All right, let's unwrap this. Also, I don't even think I ever told you guys about my Skims photo shoot, which honestly, maybe we should start there. This hoodie is a hoodie. You guys, I just unwrapped this black hoodie that has like the biggest gingerbread man of all time. This is kind of really cool.
They knew you were doing Vlogmas.
They knew I was doing Vlogmas. You know what? I'll have to wear this to our next Vlogmas episode because holy shit. The Skims photo shoot was like exactly how you would picture any photo shoot from the the Kardashian Jenner clan. Like, it was, first of all, never have I ever gone to a photo shoot where they're literally painting on set. Like, they are painting like in between the pictures to get the exact color of nude that Kim K wants. Also, never have I ever done a photo shoot where they had a facial massage lady there who would gua sha your face and give you a facial massage before they put on makeup. Like, it was, and then there was just a random vase here and there with like 3 tulips. It was like done to a T. There was also, I have to honorable mention to, let me just get this out. The photographer. Whoo, did it get hot in here or is it just me? This photographer had photographed Kim, which I didn't know till later. And let me just say this. He made me question the whole engagement and the whole romantic future that I have. And this whole thing about being a bride. He was so fucking hot. And it was the first man ever that Soph and I both looked at each other and been like, do you think he's attractive? Do you? Yes. And we both agreed because normally our taste could not be more opposite. And that's just a testament to how good looking he is. It was also a very, dare I say, intimate exchange between the two of us, just because there were multiple rounds of photos, one of which was taken outside and on like a film camera, and he had a vape on a lanyard, okay? He had a lanyard around his neck that was holding nothing but a vape, and I was like, I think I was smoking ooh. I think that in the spirit of being a model, I was like smoking cigarettes that day. And that was not the move and never happened again, because when I saw myself on camera, I was like, oh, you look like someone who has been chain smoking cigarettes. But he had a vape on a lanyard and then had also a camera wrapped around his neck and would just like switch back and forth between like these different cameras. And then like if he was really loving what I was doing and really loving the shot and the lighting, he would be like, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what he would say. And then a whole team of people would come and just surround him and just like start shooting and like giving him the lighting and handing him this really big camera. And he, I think, could sense that I felt super nervous because, let's face it, even though I look and scream model, I'm not. I am not a model, and no one was screaming that. There were definitely like these 18-year-old girls there that I was like, oh, you're a model. Oh, you are a model. But I think you could sense that I was nervous and didn't know what I was doing, and he just made me feel so chill, and literally is the only reason that I was able to get some good pictures. And he was real with me. He was like, you blink a lot. And honestly, I have been paying attention to that, and I do tend to blink a shit ton. You know who else blinks, dare I say, more than I do? Lisa Barlow. That is something Lisa Barlow and I share in common. We blink, especially if we're like in a heated conversation or anything where we are trying to be super focused or do something intensely. Lisa and I literally blink like we might as well have our eyes closed. It's like 700 blinks an hour. I just opened the matching sweatpants to my Skims outfit. Now I'm really curious what. Okay, PJs. Oh my god, you guys, I have my whole. Oh my god, these are I was like, this is really big underwear. These are little shorts.
It's like bloomers.
That's really freaking cute. So it's like a long sleeve. Oh my god. And this is, oh my gosh, this is just so cute. Now let's open the last thing in here. So the photographer and you guys, this is the last thing in my Skims Christmas present, and it is a bear that is wearing a Skims sweater, a little red one, knitted sweater, and it's so cute. Like, oh my god, the whole thing is just, I can't. Kim Kardashian doesn't fucking miss, and neither does Soph, and those are something they both have in common.
He also kept saying stop smiling.
Oh, yes. It was kind of a little joke between us, and he kept saying, don't smile, but then was like secretly like pretending to not laugh. Like, he basically was like, he was kind of joking around with me, and he kept saying, don't smile, but then would be like on the verge of having a laugh attack himself. And like that alone was really smart, because that got me out of my head and just starting to have fun with it. I love how I'm like, you know what, let me tell you guys about my Skims photo shoot, and all I've been able to talk about is the photographer. It was very, very high-end fashion. It was like they had this stylist on set and racks of the new line. And I was hired obviously as like a model, but influencer kind of hybrid, celebrity, if you will. And what I saw was mostly models, but I mean, I know that they were shooting the next day as well. And these were like high-end models that I could tell model for a living. They go and they take photos for a living. Modeling is really fucking hard. Modeling on a whim like I did, and not even knowing how my body looks good, how to move it, how to hold a pose while also looking like my face is relaxed and not blinking. Really hard work, really tough shit. That was another thing, is I'm used to, if I'm doing something like that, having a full beat face of makeup. This was, which I didn't realize till I was there and kind of saw the inspo board. This was meant to be very like 90s model off duty, Polaroid, almost capturing like the awkwardness or the in-between moments, and was not supposed to be, it was almost not supposed to come off like that posed. So in the spirit of that, the makeup was minimal. There was no fake lash. There was no like a shit ton of concealer. So my face was pretty natural going into it, which was kind of made it just a little bit more nerve-wracking, right? It's like, oh, you can't even hide under this makeup to look bomb. Obviously the makeup and the hair was done Kim style, so it was done to the nth degree, but I think she was definitely going for like a more natural look. And so the clothes I was wearing in the shoot was like clothes that will be and is available on Skims, but at that point I was wearing samples, you know? And so it was very, very like high fashion, and it was very much everything was tailored to me. I think there was like an interaction where one of the girls helping the stylist was like, "Oh, well, should we just swap out this little purse for this one?" And the stylist looked at her as if she just asked her if she should dress me up as a Christmas tree. She was like, "Absolutely not." It was very like intentional. This is what Sofia is wearing. She cannot wear anything else. And it was a campaign. It was, dare I say, what I would picture like a Miu Miu kind of shoe going down. And it was lit and it was dope, but it was also kind of intimidating because it was like that. And it was such an operation. And there was just a squad of like 100 people that are there to just get the best content, and not even just the best, but like the exact content that Skims wanted. I think another reason I did just feel a little bit like a fish out of water is I showed up with shoes that are now rightfully so been thrown away. Like these sneakers from this brand that I don't even know that just had all this dirt, and they were like, they took every article of clothing off my body and they handed me a Skims thong, and then they handed me the clothes I was to wear. And it's not normally stuff that I would wear in front of a camera to feel sexy. I was wearing a pretty, I mean, it was forgiving, but like this skirt that's gonna show off all your curves, which is great. And then like ballet flats, you know what I mean? But it was so good. So that was my Skims photo shoot. And you would literally think this episode is sponsored by Skims, and it is not. I just so happened to have talked about the photo shoot and opened a Skims present. But yeah, I'm very excited for the holidays. And I think I'm also going to attempt, and I will report back, homemade eggnog, which I heard is very difficult to do. But my fiance is like, he's obsessed with homemade eggnog and then a Whole Foods eggnog that he hasn't been able to find for 3 years. So I will report back on that one. And I'm really excited to kick off this holiday season and Vlogmas. And I'll talk to you guys next week, hopefully with a finished tree. Love you, Sloots. Bye.